Now, if you're reading through the book, you will see that the lab that's next is called bouncing borax blobs, where you take white glue and the sodium tetraborate from the booger experiment, mix them together, and you make something that looks a lot like silly putty. It's pretty simple. It's just like making the boogers, so we're going to skip over that, and we're going to show you how to make another kind of a ball. This is a polymer mix, and you're going to find a little package that has two packets of colored dye, or not colored dye, colored polymer mix, and then a little plastic ball mold. If you take the ball mold and you snap it together, you'll see that there's a funnel at the top, and then there's holes all the way around it, kind of like a colander. There's also a little clip here, and when you pinch that clip, it allows you to open it, and when you snap it closed, you can hear that it's locked and ready to use. What you're going to do is you're going to take advantage of the booger experiment, and you're going to take polyvinyl alcohol powder and water and sodium tetraborate, and you're going to make a bouncy ball. Now, you snip the package, and if you want to, you can mix and match colors. You can make striped balls, you can make psychedelic balls. If you're in a class with other kids, you can trade colors, but you want to fill this ball all the way full. And it'll seem like you have a lot of powder left, but if you tap the ball mold on the table, it'll knock the powder down. What you want to do is you want to fill this completely full of powder, which should take all of one bag to do. Now, the powder, like I said, is a mixture of two dry chemicals, polyvinyl alcohol and sodium tetraborate. They throw in some dye to make it fun. And what you're going to do is you're going to get them wet. You're going to hydrate these two chemicals. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to drop this ball mold into a cup of water. Now, there's a couple of things that are important. First of all, when you put the ball mold in the water, you want to hang on to it and not completely drop it. You want to put it just below the surface so water can go in through the top of the funnel and then the sides. And then we've found that if you move it back and forth, you kind of agitate it like a washing machine agitator. And if you count to 60 seconds, you will have given the ball mold enough time to absorb the water, the chemicals will mix, and it'll produce a new compound. Okay, so after it's been sitting in there for a while, you pull it out and you let it dry for another minute. And what's going to happen is the polymers they're going to continue to cross-link. The chemicals are going to continue to polymerize, and they need this time to continue the bonding. So once you twist it for 60 seconds, pull it out and let it sit for 60 seconds. So after you've let this sit for a minute, you just take this little clip here and pop it open. That'll open your ball mold. And it's still going to be a little gooey, but it's going to definitely look like a ball. And you just take your fingers and you pry it out. And again, like the polydiisopropyl spheres, you're going to need to roll it to do two things. One, to shape it, and two, to dry it out. So you can see it looks like a ball, but it's not perfect. But it is very sticky, so put the loose chunks back in there. Start rolling it. And again, as you roll it, it will help dry it out. And it's going to be a lot bouncier 5 minutes after you make it than it is right out of the ball mold. But once you get it to the shape that you want, which is a ball, it will bounce like the polydiisopropyl ball does.